Amrish Rau, the current Managing Director of Citrus Pay and the future CEO of PayU. Syna, over to you.
Thank you, Mitali. So you introduced Amrish, present Managing Director at Citrus Pay, to take over as the head of PayU in India, the consolidated entity. So Amrish, tell us, largest all-cash deal in the fintech space. As someone who's been part of the Citrus team for the last few years, heading it up in India, what are the key synergies that you think PayU saw in bringing Citrus in making this acquisition? Of course, the background to this is that PayU is backed by Naspers, which is one of the biggest such conglomerates globally.
Yeah. Thank you for having me here. First of all, it was a very interesting time for Citrus. We went out in the market. We wanted to increase our scale. We wanted to play at a much higher level in the Indian fintech space. The opportunity is just massive. What we saw with PayU and with Naspers was, here was a company which shared the vision with Citrus. This was a company which had seen successes in the China market and also some of the emerging markets around the world. We felt that if we partner with somebody like PayU with their scale and their abilities, Citrus gets a completely new platform. Citrus largely has been a technology leader, a product leader, a fintech leader in India. PayU has been very, very significant, not just in India, around the world. This combination worked out just perfect for us.
All right. So would you say the partnership is more weighted down by the innovation and some of the products that Citrus has been developing, and less by just the market share? Because if you look at Paytm, has about 40% of the market, Freecharge by some Nielsen numbers has 30% of the market, but it's actually the innovation at Citrus that attracted PayU to it. And what would some of these interesting products be? Is it Lazy Pay? Is it Selfie? And talk us through some of these.
Sure. This combination basically creates India's #1 payments company. We will have the controlling market share when it comes to merchants and consumers and how they use their payment services. When it comes to the way we have looked at payments in India and fintech in India, we think there are going to be two major revolutions. One is credit, other is also going to be around contextual payments. At Citrus, we invested heavily into the areas around contextual payments and credit. With PayU, what we see as an ability is to take this out into the marketplace and win the Indian consumers, and also the dot-com way. We get to ride the dot-com way in a completely different scale and size. So this becomes a very strong proposition for us, and that's where we felt that this relationship with PayU would be just wonderful for the company.
All right. You take over the consolidated entity as the head of PayU in India. For you as a leader of that company, what are your goals? What do you see happening in the next few months, in the next half a year, annually? What are you looking at? It's going to be a much bigger team, 1,500 people, I believe now.
Sure. And we're just going to continue to scale, and we're going to increase in terms of our revenues, in terms of our people, and also in terms of where we would want to go. From my personal point of view, I think that the move from cash to digital economy, from cash to electronic payments, has just started in India. What the Indian government is doing in the last 2 years, what the Reserve Bank of India is doing in the last 2 years, has been pretty much path-breaking. Now it's up to us, the startup community, the innovative community in India, to lap up to the support that we are getting out of the government as well as from RBI, and create fantastic financial technology products which we can make a difference to the Indian middle class and to the Indian consumer base.
In this context,
well, we'll take a very